Hello, guys. This is Cyborg,
And Bumblebee.
and we're going to be talking about
Justice League Unlimited issue number 6, part of the We Are Yesterday, and this is part 2.
I'm going to be honest, this one has me in turmoil of confusion because I misread the situation with Airwave, but for good reason.
You didn't like Airwave.
I didn't. I will admit, because of how he was doing things. But
now we understand a little bit.
He was manipulative.
But let's start from the beginning.
I'm sorry, Airwave.
So the issue starts off with Gorilla Grodd and him going back to him being in prison in Gorilla City, and he mysteriously, or not mysteriously, after the whole events with Amanda Waller and all of that, he gains the consciousness of Martian Manhunter, or not the consciousness, the powers of Martian Manhunter.
Correct.
So now his telepathy powers are kind of
heightened,
enhanced, multiplied.
Dangerous, very bad.
Mm-hmm. So
all the above.
Yeah. He finally, gets this power, and then he's like, okay, I need to come up with a plan. And he said, I got to take care of these Justice Leaguers, but a lot of them are too strong-willed for me to, manipulate, mind control, what have you. He's also like, I need help. But some of his previous partners are kind of too off the wall or gone good, or what have you,
right,
to do what he needs to do. But he's in luck, or well, for him, he happens across Airwave.
Oh my gosh,
a young, naive
tachyon user.
Pretty much.
It will come into play a little bit later. So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So he begins to talk to Airwave and pretty much convinces him through lies and deceit about the Justice League, stating that they didn't care about him. They were not going to help him, saying that his tachyon powers were killing him, even though, again, that was a lie.
He's trying to tell the kid, or well, first of all, he creates an illusion that the boy went to the International Space Station to save some people, and he's calling the Justice League, but the Justice League ain't coming to help. But Grodd happens to be there, and Grodd is like, these Justice Leaguers are fascist and they're only out for themselves and blah blah blah.
They don't care about nobody. They don't care about nothing.
And he's, the boy isn't convinced, but there's Grodd is planting little, seeds of doubt.
Yeah, and once you tell somebody that you're gonna die, it kind of wakes you up. Like, what did you say?
Well, yeah, that's the boy wasn't convinced, but then Grodd throws in that
last nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that little, you're dying because of your tachyon poisoning and whatever else, and that's what that's the final nail in the coffin to have the boy be convinced.
And now he's like, okay, I'm going to listen to him because he has my best interests at heart.
Or so he thought.
So that's pretty much how it starts, with him becoming, I don't want to say evil because he's not.
Grodd pretty much tasks the boy with going to the Watchtower, learning what he can, and just, be around the Watchtower, be his eyes and ears, learn stuff, get in good with the League. And when I call, I'll call.
Yeah. So he was the mole. He was just there. He was still helping people. Don't get me wrong. He was still helping people. But he was doing it to be a mole.
Meanwhile, Grodd has the boy, imbue him with tachyon energy, and he travels through these portals that were opened up when Darkseid died.
Right.
And his plan, or what he's doing, is going back in time and stealing / collecting like time travel things. And from I'm not 100% sure, the way the wording says, to me it means that he is going back in time and pulling past versions of his fellow Legion of Doomers. I don't know if he.
I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, so he's
because he says he wants the prime evil.
True.
And when they were younger and they didn't really get too much involved with the heroes, or rather, I should say, didn't care too much about them. Yeah.
So yeah, he's going back in time and pulling Legion of Doomers and bringing back time travel items and things from the past
that he really shouldn't have, but that's neither here nor there.
That's what he's doing,
which is bad. Then we cut to Airwave actually figuring things out once he sees a few of the starting lineups. For one, the Joker. Like
so yeah, and yeah, so it cuts to when, right after he teleports Grodd out the watchtower, he teleports them to the Hall of Doom, and he sees who's there, and he's like, wait, you were lying to me. I know these people, and these people are not good people.
They're evil. They're horrible.
He's slowly realizing that he's been duped, and that the Justice League were the good guys all along.
And the only thing he could have thought of, instead of trying to boom tube his way up out of there, is call the Legion.
Well, he tried to, but Lex Luthor's like, that ain't gonna work here.
Nah.
Meanwhile, the Justice League tracked his ID card to the location, and they sent a whole bunch of top Justice Leaguers over there to check it out.
Yeah,
and
a lot of things are gonna be happening soon.
Yeah. In the meantime, Airwave gets real angry, and he's like, "You lied to me," and he, musters up a whole bunch of energy.
To which they zap him.
Yeah, they zap him with some guns. To me, it looks like those guns pulled the energy that he was producing out.
Right.
While also simultaneously killing him.
I won't say they killed him. I won't say that. I will not say that.
There's blood.
I still won't say that yet.
Well, then again, his whole power set is that he can turn into energy.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he's just
still holding out.
Yeah. Maybe it's like one of those.
Now, did he get hurt by that? I am going to say yeah.
Maybe it's like one of those Ghostbuster things where the ghost gets sucked into the thing, and the ghost kind of gets trapped in the device.
Right.
Something along those lines. Either way, his attempt at trying to blast them with his power and take them out gave them what they needed.
Yeah,
for their weapons.
It did work.
Which is not good for the Justice Leaguers that show up like 5 minutes later to attack him, because the Legion of Doom hit them
with tachyon particles thingies.
Yeah, hit them with those same weapons, and that's how the issue ends.
And I'm gonna say right by what I said, I don't think he's dead, but he is very much incapacitated at the moment.
Yeah.
Now, if he is dead, R.I.P. But if he isn't, he needs to pull himself together and do the right thing.
Well, yeah, I feel bad for him. He didn't know what he got himself into.
No, but he should have thought about it.
He did know, but he allowed himself to get manipulated and told to believe that it was what it wasn't.
I'm just going to state the obvious. It's Gorilla Grodd. Most of us know about Gorilla Grodd. He is a part of the Legion of Doom. Now, if he used his mind powers to make himself look different, okay, understandable.
But he didn't.
Yeah, that would make the most sense, if I'm being honest. But again, he did not. So we just gonna tell it how it is, because I don't really like sugarcoating anything.
Mm-hmm.
The boy's a dummy.
Yes, and yeah, a little bit, but again, he's young and naive.
You can say whatever
They make
you
mistakes.
want there.
He should have known better, but again, he's young, naive. He's new.
While that might be true, it was still a dumb move.
Yeah, but what's done is done. So now he just got to deal with the aftermath, the fallout.
True.
And whatever else comes along with it.
Hopefully, with that being said, he can learn from his mistake, because he needs to. That was not the brightest thing.
Well, yeah.
I'm just being honest. I can say this very much so that his heart was in the right place.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But he was manipulated.
He has to live with the consequences of his actions now.
Yeah. Now, if they do a big comeback for him, that would be awesome.
Well, we'll have to see in the next.
I think they will.
The rest of this crossover event. We'll have to wait and see how this goes. This is only issue number 2 of 6.
Yeah.
Part 3 comes out next week, so we'll come back to y'all with how this story continues.
Correct. So, you guys, if you want to watch, if you want to read with us and keep an eye out on anything that you might have seen that we might have missed, I suggest you go to your local comic book store. And if you can't make it there, then there is always the app.
The DC Infinite app.
Where you can find and read any of the Absolute
Universe titles,
along with the Justice League Unlimited titles as well.
Yes.
You guys take care. Be safe. Peace.